Hi, so I've decided I'm going to do a quick review of Megan. I watched it last night at my local cinema, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm sweating at the minute because it is 30 degrees in the UK. We're not used to this sort of heat in the UK, but when we get this heat, we get humid heat. So if you see me suddenly drop to the floor, it's because I've just passed out. But don't panic. Anyway, so Megan 2.0, was it good? Yes, I enjoyed Megan 2.0. Very different from the first Megan. The first Megan was kind of horror. It was a horror. It's a horror film about a toy that goes awry. Its programming sends it awry, kills a few people because it generally wants to protect this girl, and the only way it feels it can do it is by killing people that could cause harm, sort of thing. So it makes sense. Where we left that movie, we kind of got a teaser that Megan wasn't finished, even though KD and Gemma finished Megan off in the end of the movie. We kind of got a tease that Megan is still around. There was also a teaser earlier in the movie that the plans for Megan have been sold to someone else. They used those two concepts from that first film to make the sequel, Megan 2.0. And in Megan 2.0, she's kind of stuck. So she's managed to get herself out of the body and implanted herself into Gemma's Alexa. And is kind of trapped within the house. It's a smart house. She's kind of trapped within there. They don't know that she's trapped in, but she's trapped in now. So that's where Megan's been for the last 2 years. She's been trapped in this thing. And the plans that we talked about before, were the ones that sold by that guy that worked for the toy company in the original movie, that's now been sold to a military company who have weaponized Megan for themselves, and that's an android called Amelia, who is lethal and creepy, and like the actress that plays Amelia does a very good job of looking not human while being human. She's quite an attractive girl as well, but she doesn't look. I don't know if the make the way she holds her face and the way she gives a look, it's kind of like synthetic, and it's really cleverly done. So that actress deserves some props for that, because that's quite an amazing portrayal of trying to look not human. Must be quite hard the way she moved, even like the facial expressions. It was like very cleverly done. So that's kind of our villain in this. So Megan then becomes the hero and protector because her prime core directives, if you want to call it, is to protect KD at all costs. And you've got Amelia, who's now hunting down and killing the people responsible for her creation, as the trailer tells you. There are some twists when it comes to her, but that's what you think. So obviously they need Megan to then become physical again to protect KD and Gemma against this force that's trying to kill them. So that's the premise of the film. You saw all that in the trailer. You understood that. Did the trailer pay off? Yeah, it kind of does. It's not, I'll say I had expectations up here of this movie. It probably hit about here. So it didn't go all the way down. No, it hit about here. I wanted more in this movie. This film feels like it's lacking some ingredients to me, like, or there's not enough. You haven't put enough seasoning in this movie. That's the only way I can describe it. So first, we say it's not a horror movie like the original one. It's more of an action comedy. There is some horror elements in it, especially when it comes to the media android and some stuff like that. But the horror's taken a step back and the comedy action has been shoved forward. But to me, there's not enough. The comedy stuff mainly comes from Megan interaction with Gemma and the scientists that sort of help. In the original film, there's that scientist guy that got choked by Megan, and you had the other girl as well that were kind of assisting Gemma. Though that trio of scientists are working together still, and there's some comedy element from them too. And then there's as I said, then there's the Megan sort of like her sassiness, her quick wit, and her like just blatance is quite funny as well, especially when it comes to Gemma, because she generally hates Gemma, so she's always one upping her with her sort of mouth, and that is what holds the movie, because you're waiting for that. There's a guy behind me in the cinema belly rolling every time that sort of like happened, because some of the stuff she comes out with is hilarious. So that's good. But like I said, but it feels like when it comes to the action and the craziness, which is what they're going for this movie, they're going for like that sort of like craziness and action. It's a bit. It feels like there's not enough seasoning. There's not enough of it. Like Megan and Amelia battling, like you see in the trailers. There's not a lot of that. I wanted to see a lot more of that. I wanted to see how they fought and how they did stuff like that. That's what I really wanted to see. There's not enough action. It always feels like, because they're trying to. So in England, this movie's a 15. The first one was a 15 as well, which means no one under the age of 15 is allowed into the cinema to see this movie. In America, I think it comes under PG-13. So they probably tried to dumb it down, the violent side of it down a bit, to fit into that category. So going to a movie that's a 15 movie and watching this, I was like, it seems like they keep trying to turn away from got cut away from the violence. There's a few scenes where stuff happens, it'll be in a shadow, like see a guy get his head punched off. It happens as a shadow, so you don't see it. There's some blood splatter here and there. There's some other violent stuff happening, but it's like you don't see it as much. It's kind of, you know it's going to happen. You kind of know it's happening, but you don't see it. So it's like, as I said, it's like stuff's been like taken out or just didn't get put in. It should have been. And a lot of the actiony scenes need a bit more action. Is a bit more stuff. Still an enjoyable film to watch. Still a great, like, fun summer blockbuster movie to watch and that. But I wanted more. That's the only thing I can say. I just wanted a bit more of everything in it. More Megan, really, because she's not in it a lot. She's in it as the character, as in, like, you see her as AI, then you see her as little dumpy robot thing like in the trailer, and then you see her as Megan. And then it's like, but she's not in it as much as I thought she would be. It's mainly Gemma, this film, focusing a lot around Gemma. We've got one, I will give you, it's kind of a spoiler because it blew my mind in the cinema. It gave me a nostalgic rush. I'm in the cinema sitting there, and there's a scene when they know that Amelia is on the way to Katie, so they need to get there fast. They find this like souped up smart car. It kind of looks a bit like a yellow and black version of remember Moonwalker, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. He turns into the car, that silver car. Kind of looks like a zooped up version of that. I'm not good at, I don't know cars, I'm sorry. I'm not a car person. I don't know nothing about them. I don't even drive. So, like, they find this zooped up car, and Megan, as an AI, says, I'll drive, and gets, and like, becomes like, transports herself into the car and takes over the wheel. So Megan and the scientist guy, a friend of hers, the bloke, they're in the car, and Megan just like smashes through a window, and as she does it and she's talking to them, you can hear the Knight Rider theme music playing, and I was like, brilliant, like Knight Rider, like just hearing that like that, and then oh my god, I was like, this is brilliant, like I was like, oh my god, as she comes smashing through a car with singing it. So it literally has become like Knight Rider, a Kit from Knight Rider. I thought that was a great little nod to it, great little nostalgic kick there. Fantastic. So you get that, and then Megan zooms, like, as control of the car. She's driving like 250 miles an hour down these streets, zipping in and out of cars, while the scientists like hanging on for their life. It was a great scene. So again, you could have had more to that as well to make it a bit more dramatic, I suppose. But there we go. Then they get to where they got to go. But yeah, so and like a lot of the sort of like robot fighting, I thought there could have been a bit more of that. I really did. I see a few assassination things and that. I will say, like, to try and give you what this movie's like, but by no means comparing to, because these films I'm going to mention now are miles superior than this one in pretty much every way, is Aliens. So going from Alien, this little claustrophobic horror movie, which will like that, and then going to balls to all action movie, and Terminator did as well. They had a little android horror movie, like back in time, hunting and killing people, to balls to the wall action movie that is the ultimate of Terminator 2. So I get where they're coming from, where those influences are, and why they've done this. But it's very brave to take a small horror movie and twist it into something completely different and see if you're going to get results. So Blumhouse, I suppose Megan's probably like the best-selling movie from Blumhouse, because they've kind of had a few downers recently. They do like Wolfman and that, so they might have gone a bit down on things. So I'm a bit like, maybe it hasn't worked out as well as they would have wanted it to. But with some of their movies, but this one, Megan, has got a following. It's got a bit of a cult following, because if you go on Facebook, there are loads of pages devoted to Megan, and like there's a lot of merch for Megan out, so it must be doing well. The character must be doing really well. So I get why they do it, but to go in a different direction, say like, we've got this little horror film, now we're going to go crazy action. That's quite a brave step for Blumhouse to do. So we've got to give them props for trying. What else can I say about the film? On the positive side, it's fun. It's a fun movie, and it is a very, very much enjoyable movie. And anyone that sort of like goes to see it is going to kind of enjoy it. I do think it's a show to 15 though, because it doesn't deserve to be a 15. Well, I saw on the screen there's a couple of swear words, but nothing to worry about really. And the violence, I said, is kind of like tamed. It's been dumbed down, so it could have easily been, I think, a 12A, or quite a mature 12A, but it could have been a 12A. We need to get a new classification in this country. We need to get a bit above 12. We need to get PG-13 like they do in America. That's what we need to get, PG-13. But So it doesn't. So it's kind of like a weird one. So if you're going there to watch a 15 rated like scary movie, you're not getting that from this movie. To me, this is the perfect movie. I've said it in the past as well, mate. So it's a perfect movie for a young person getting into wants to watch their first horror movie. The Megan movie, the original Megan movie, is the perfect movie for that. The sequel, not so much really, but that's what this theme is. So the franchise of this film will be perfectly aimed at 12 to 13-year-olds. That is the demographic, because it's all about the TikTok stuff, the AI stuff, the mobile phones, all those things is what this movie is kind of themed at. The main theme of this movie are the dangers of AI, and especially the danger of AI with young people as well. This is a big theme in this movie. Like, we need to somehow restrict and control it a little bit. I agree with that as well. Being a parent myself, I do see it. Being a grown-up myself, and my addiction to my mobile phone, I see that we do need to start putting boundaries and things in place. Something needs to be done soon, because it is taking over. And AI, when it comes to the stuff that can do now, it's ridiculous. Sooner or later, we might get a Megan situation if we're not careful. And that's what this film sort of delves into. But there was another theme in this film, which I really wish they'd run with more. And I'm hoping if they do a sequel, which I'm pretty much sure they're gonna, they're like Megan 3.0, they delve into this, because there's a part where Katie's trying to explain to Gemma that Megan is feeling things. Like, she's doing things not on prime directives and like binary code and all that. I'm not very good at technology stuff, but like not based on her programming. She's doing things because she's feeling it's the right thing to do. And Katie's trying to explain to Gemma. Gemma's like, no, she's just a robot. She's just all like binary code and programming and all this stuff. It's nothing to do with what you think. It's not. It just seems like that. But Katie's adamant. No, Megan is feeling. This isn't just like AI. This is like real intelligence. She's feeling stuff, and they kind of like go back to it a tiny bit as the film goes on. They dip their toe into it, but I was like, that is an amazing concept. Like, the idea that this robot isn't programming anymore. It's gone from programming to feeling the way humans do. That's the story I want to go into. So I'm hoping when they do the third one, that's where we go in the third one. That's exactly where I want us to see us going. There will be a third one. Let's be honest, we all know that anyway. When you've got a popular character that's selling loads of merchandise, action figures, t-shirts, bags, and that sort of stuff, and you've got a following behind it, there will be more of these movies. You're probably going to look at a whole franchise of movies moving forward. I can see like Megan in space at some point or something like that, you know what I mean? We're going to go down that road with this character, and I kind of hope they do, because it's going to be a wild, fun road to go on. But if they keep the themes in there like that, it'll make it worth watching, like from an intelligent point of view, like worth seeing these things, because I enjoyed them. I do enjoy this. I like to think, and I come out of that film with that one thought in my head that Megan is feeling, and that kept playing over in my head. The other stuff in the film is like they're trying to shove that more into you, but the thought I come away with in that movie was that Megan is starting to feel, and you see that in the film. There's a scene in the film, this is when Katie starts to reference this, where Megan's kind of like, you see it in the trailer, she's done up like a Britney Spears video looking costume, like a robotic costume with a funny wig on with the rainbow colours in it, and she's on the stage, and the crowd are looking at her, and she's supposed to be keeping a low profile, but she's kind of got onto a stage trying to avoid people, and there's some other dancers around, and every time the light shines on a dancer, they start to dance, and the light shines on her, and she stops, and it's kind of like she wants to do the dance. She's not doing it because, oh, I'm being called out, I need to do something, because like Gemma says to her, just get off the stage and leave, like go, walk off. But she doesn't. She's like, actually, and she kind of wants to do it for the want, and that's not a program. She wanted to entertain those people. She wanted to do something fun, and that's when like Katie's trying to say, well, Gemma, like she's feeling, and that scene as well. That was a great scene. It's a fun, crazy scene, but there's a message in that scene somewhere, and it is fantastic. There's some good moments in this film. As I said, it needs more ingredients in the pot. It needs to have more stuff about more action, more. If it wants to be an action film, be an action movie. Put more action in it. I want to see a lot more. So I hope they go for a third one. They're going to go bigger, or they descend back to the horror side of it. One of those two. They can go in any direction they want really now. But if they're going to go action again, make it bigger. That wasn't enough action to be mega action movies. Kind of like we've got to go action. We're a bit scared to go too action. We're just going to keep it a little bit less. No, just if you want to go that way, just go. Throw everything at it. Yeah, so it was 2 hours long. It probably could have been a bit shorter. if they had more action stuff, it would have felt 2 hours. But it did kind of feel when it got near the end of it, I felt it was like, okay, now we should be wrapping up now, and it wrapped up when I wanted it to wrap up. There are some twists in it. That's why I've tried not to go into too many things spoiler-wise here. I've kept the spoilers out of it. There are some twists in it. Characters that twist allegiances, that sort of thing. Pretty good. Like, I kind of had a feeling stuff was going to happen. I was kind of correct on my feeling, but I kind of was doubting my feelings. So it got me to a stage where I was kind of like, maybe, yeah, maybe I think so, yeah. And then it told me, and I was like, oh, okay. But very good movie. Go out and watch it if you can. If not, wait for the streaming. And I hope I haven't spoiled anything too much on this one. But I will say, I can see future things with this character. It's going to keep going. And it's all good. Anyway, guys, enjoy your hot day. If you're in the UK like I am, you are melting as much as I am. And enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy yourselves. And have a great day. Be careful of your AI stuff. It is out to get you. Bye.